Over the past 2.5 years, I've spent 2,000 hours meditating in effort to master my inner world and overcome anxiety.
As we set ourselves up to have an awesome day,
I start my day with 45 minutes of meditation.
I can't fucking meditate. I can't shut off my mind.
Oh boy, can't wait to meditate and finally access all the benefits for my mental health. Here we go.
Did you get groceries? Don't forget you got that really big assignment coming up. This is boring. My butt kinda hurts.
How do people sit this long?
I wonder what the weather is outside.
Haven't read the news today. Bet it's not good.
I like big butts in a candlelight. I'm not here tonight.
What if I can never meditate and I only get worse?
So you're neurodivergent and you spent your whole life struggling with a crippling amount of anxiety that seems to make you go numb at times. You hear people recommend again and again to meditate. It'll help make everything less overwhelming. It'll help you just feel more present instead of constantly escaping your own body in a state of dissociation. But every single time you go to meditate, it's almost as if the thoughts get louder and the discomfort grows even more heavy within your body. And you wonder to yourself, why is meditation not working for me? What am I doing wrong? Maybe you're discouraged enough to stop trying. Maybe years pass and you decide to take it on and try it again, only to realize it still just doesn't quite work the way that you see it working for other people. Why is meditation not making me feel calm? Why is meditation not making me feel any better? Let's talk about ways that we can meditate and actually reap the benefits of meditation as neurodivergent folks. And speaking of bringing more peace to your life and to your mind, I want to share with you guys my favorite matcha brand, 𝗪𝐺𝐻. 𝗪𝐺𝐻's mental performance elixirs contains 12 clinically proven ingredients to help support a sharper mind, lower stress, and better energy. What I really appreciate about 𝗪𝐺𝐻 is that they use their own patented nano-encapsulation process to improve uptake, which makes every ingredient more quickly bioavailable to your brain and body. They source their ingredients from the world's best suppliers, and they go through rigorous testing of every ingredient that's sent to them. Because of the fewer undissolved ingredients, 𝗪𝐺𝐻 is also easy on your stomach. For me, I usually like to drink my 𝗪𝐺𝐻 in the morning because I could just get it out of the fridge and I don't have to bother making myself a drink because it's basically ready to go. I definitely do notice that within a few minutes of drinking the 𝗪𝐺𝐻, I do feel that sense of focus creeping into my body. I feel like for those of us who may have a hard time getting our morning started, who struggle with procrastination and brain fog, which if you're neurodivergent, you most likely do, it really does give us that extra help to dial us into our day that we oftentimes need. There's a 100-day money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied with the drink for any reason, you will get a full refund and no return necessary. With the holidays coming up, this could be a really good gift to give any of your neurodivergent or busy loved ones. And hey, maybe you could even gift yourself a box of 𝗪𝐺𝐻. Use my code THOUGHT20 for 20% off your purchase. Drink up and enjoy. When I say meditation, what do you guys usually think about? What does that usually look like to you? You probably imagine a person sitting completely still, cross-legged on the floor, with their eyes closed, taking deep breaths, arms draped gently over their knees. Now, I don't know about you guys, but sitting completely still with my eyes closed in complete silence is extremely dysregulating for me. This actually makes a lot of sense as a neurodivergent person because the complete lack of sensory input or any sort of vestibular proprioceptive movement is actually doing more to dysregulate us than allow us to reach that meditative state. This is why the traditional method of meditation oftentimes does not work if you are neurodivergent. To simply put it, our bodies and nervous system actually needs movement and stimulation in order to effectively reach a meditative state. We oftentimes are taught that meditation is the absence of any sort of thought or even emotion, but that can't be further from the truth. In reality, meditation is characterized by a focused, calm, and deliberate state of mind, where you are not getting caught up in your thoughts. The way that I interpret that as a neurodivergent person is that we need to focus less on meditation and more on accessing our own unique flow state. Flow state is where our body and mind are no longer at war with each other or completely disconnected, but rather are working together in a connected state of flow. So the question is, how can we as neurodivergents access a state of flow in our thoughts? How often are you guys either in the middle of driving, in the middle of walking, in the middle of cooking or doing some sort of chore where all of a sudden you have an epiphany or you finally have an idea? And it's almost like you're scrambling to write it down so that the thought doesn't escape you. You think to yourself, why can't I have these sort of moments of epiphany and realizations when I want to have them? That, my friend, is how our brains are programmed to work. We are programmed to process more effectively when we are in the middle of some sort of mindless movement or mindless activity. Likewise, when we're just sitting there forcing ourselves to process in one specific way, we're actually blocking ourselves from being able to effectively process. Think about EMDR. For those of you who don't know, EMDR is a specific form of therapy that a lot of the times is more effective for neurodivergence.
If you're neurodivergent like me, and you've tried many therapies that have not worked, also like me, I would like to highly suggest EMDR. My friend has called it voodoo witchcraft, and I think that is a pretty accurate description. Numbers like that don't exist in psychiatry and psychology. I started EMDR about 4 months ago, and there have been massive changes. The first couple sessions, I didn't really get it. There was a point when I had something happen where it all clicked, and I went, oh, this is what it means to be in touch with your body? This is what it means to feel your emotions? I definitely haven't been doing that for the past 20 years. By the second month, I was behaving differently. I was less reactive. I was able to tune in like 1% of the time to what my body actually wanted. And 15 years of DBT, CBT, group therapy stuff, almost every mood stabilizer that's out there. Second-gen antipsychotics, antidepressants, stimulants. I have experienced the whole pharmacy. None of them have come remotely close to what just a few months of EMDR has done.
For a lot of us, we are so disconnected mentally and physically that we're able to intellectualize a lot of our experiences and emotions to a point where you could meet the most emotionally intelligent neurodivergent person, but they could still struggle to even identify what sadness feels like to them or that they're even experiencing anger. But all of this to say, just like how your eyes moving allows you to access more parts of your brain, the same goes for your body. This is why while you're washing dishes or while you're at the gym exercising, hiking, doing something mindlessly with your body, you're able to all of a sudden remember things or all of a sudden have an epiphany or all of a sudden have this grand idea. Make use of that. Go out of your way to engage your body in some form of mindless movement with the intention of, this is a time for my mind to be completely connected with my body and reach a flow state. I will either write it all down at the end of this activity or I will write it down as it goes. But either way, I'm going to allow everything to flow while I'm doing this. So my next suggestion for you guys is to utilize natural sensory input. There is a very special relationship that neurodivergents have with nature. How many of you guys have ever looked at a flame in a fire pit dancing around, and your mind is either completely empty or you're able to just have one thought flow into the next, and all of a sudden 30 minutes pass or an hour passes and you don't even realize that you've just been sitting there staring at the flame completely at peace. Now, how many of you guys have that same effect when you're at a beach staring at the ocean, how the waves come in and out? Sitting still trying to meditate, maybe if you're lucky, you could get by a minute before you get completely distracted. But for some reason, staring at a flame allows you to be completely entranced for an hour. That is a really great example of what the right type of sensory input can do for us. It allows us to focus a lot better because we're able to enter this trance-like stimulated state of being. That, my friends, is you reaching a meditative state. Now that you have that information, go out of your way to access that state of meditation by engaging yourself in some sort of natural sensory input, whether that's putting on some sort of white noise that sounds like wind or sounds like cracking fire or sounds like the waves at the beach, or whether that's going on walks in nature every single day to look up at the trees and how the wind blows through the leaves. Or if you have access to the ocean, walking next to the ocean and looking at the waves, or lighting a fireplace or even lighting a candle and staring at the flame. Whatever it is, allow yourself to be stimulated by that sensory input and see how much of a meditative state you're able to access because of it. All right, so this next tool is a little bit more abstract and I'm gonna try my best to describe it to you guys. You know that scene in Ratatouille when Remy eats the strawberry and the cheese and you see all of these visuals of the color red and the color yellow and how it twists and twirls and explodes. And that visual is supposed to symbolize how the food tastes. That is synesthesia. So for example, when I experience an emotion or energy, I try to associate it to a texture. Sometimes even when I'm talking to someone, I'll try to envision a texture of what energy is being felt between us. And I'll try to really build it out in as much detail as possible. What shape is it? What texture is it? What weight is it? And how is it moving, right? And you could be as deep or as surface level as you want with this sort of exercise. Try to associate numbers to a color or associate smells to a specific type of personality. These are really great examples of utilizing your synesthetic capabilities to be completely present in processing your sensory input in a different way. And I feel like that is a really great exercise for neurodivergent, to feel a sense of interconnectedness and access a state of presence that is otherwise extremely hard for you to experience. But yes, I gave you guys some tools. I hope you go out and experiment with it, explore and see what works for you and what doesn't. Hearing how the tools I give you guys impact you positively really does give me a lot of encouragement, and it's so fulfilling for me to hear about it. And again, visit Magic Mind through the link in the description box down below and use my code THOUGHT20 to get 20% off your purchase. I am actually going to end today's video with a guided meditation that I made for you guys. Good luck, stay regulated, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.
I can't fucking meditate. I can't shut off my mind. Let's fucking meditate real quick. We're just gonna take one damn breath. And then you can move on with your fucking day and do what you need to do. So take a seat or lie down. Close your fucking eyes. Relax your fucking face. Relax your fucking tits. Relax your fucking ass. There you go. You soon realize you're here in the present moment. Listening to my voice. And in just a moment, we'll take a nice deep inhale through your nose, and you'll exhale out your mouth, releasing all your fucks. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out, release all your fucks. And there you go, you just meditated, fucker. Boom.